For this very reason, make every effort to supplement your faith with virtue. What begins from faith progressively builds with each trait that follows all the way up to love. From faith, we are encouraged to build moral excellence or virtue. And that carries with it the idea of having a higher standard for our moral behavior and character. Why do you think that this is the trait that directly follows faith? Right after we build the foundation of coming to know and be loyal to God, we immediately start adding changes to our behavior. Even early in our relationship with God, there is an expectation for things to begin to change. Look at another place that Peter uses this word, moral excellence, in 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. But you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for his own possession, that you may proclaim the excellencies of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Did you catch it? As Peter talks about how God views his people, that we are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, and a people for his own possession, he tells us that our job is to proclaim the excellencies or virtues of him who called us out of darkness into his marvelous light. This is our mission, that we would be a proclamation of God's excellence to the world around us. And that comes from our behavior. This change is one of the first and most noticeable changes that comes from putting on Christ. We don't walk in the darkness we used to walk in, but we now walk in his marvelous light. If we don't put effort into making these necessary changes, it will totally stunt our growth towards taking part in God's nature. So, how can we start to take these steps out of the moral darkness we were in? The only other time our word for virtue is used in the New Testament is in Philippians chapter 4 and verse 8. And it gives us a good place to start. Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. Here's a truth that Jesus also expressed in the Sermon on the Mount. What you think about becomes your behavior. Well, this idea won't change your entire behavior overnight. It does get at the root of the problem. Our behaviors stem from what we spend our time thinking about. So, this week, add moral excellence to your faith, from your thoughts all the way to your actions. And through those efforts, proclaim to the world how great our God is.